I remember one time I was on social media and somebody made this post and they said, "What's the best mental health advice you've ever received?" And the person said, an individual told them to stay where your feet are. I don't remember who posted that, but that has blessed my life since I read that. Stay where your feet are. In other words, learn to stay in the present. What gives most of us anxiety, fear, overwhelm is the anticipation of the unknown future. We're worried about things that haven't even happened yet. And you'll discover that a lot of our struggles comes from these thoughts in our minds of us worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. Stay where your feet are. I'm not saying don't consider the future. I'm not saying don't plan for your future. I'm not saying don't think about it. I'm just saying understand, learn to stay present. I can't control what's going to happen tomorrow. But what I can do is work on what I'm dealing with today. As Bishop says, take it step by step. Because if you think about all the other things you got to do, it's going to drive you crazy. Moment by moment. Let me conquer this next moment. Because some of us have a tendency to catastrophize. Catastrophizing is your brain going to the extreme possible outcomes. Again, it hasn't happened, but somebody will do this to you and you'll start thinking about every time you see them in the future, or you get some bad news and you start anticipating every negative outcome. And we start catastrophizing and we drive ourselves crazy, worrying about an unknown future. Here's the thing. While you've considered the negative, have you thought to consider the positive? Have you thought to consider the best possible outcomes? Because God reminds us, we don't know the future. But what we do know is the one who holds the future, the one that knows all. And our trust has to be in him because he holds the future. And like the song says, life is worth living because he lives. Stay present. Look at what God is doing for you now. Stay where you are. Conquer your next moment and stop living in the anticipation of the future. Bring it in. So a couple times a day, sometimes I got to remind myself, stay where your feet are. Stay where your feet are. Let's work on what we got to work on today rather than worrying about tomorrow. And if you're worried about tomorrow, you've forgotten about the one who holds tomorrow. God has you. He's for you. And all will be well. See you later.